Good morning and welcome to the May 21st, 2025 Walton County Technical Review Committee meeting. We've got a pretty good agenda this morning. As in the way of announcements, just as a reminder, this is an administrative meeting of the Walton County Planning Department and not a public hearing. If your project's a major development, you'll receive a public hearing at Planning Commission and Board of County Commissioners and or the magistrate, depending on the timing. If you have information we might not have that's germane to our decision, we will invite that at the appropriate time. Do we have any additional announcements this morning? Then we'll move right to the project review. And we have a number of continuances to address right here at the beginning. First item, Inlet Cove plat, request to continue to June 4th. Can we have a motion at the dais?
So move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. Hearing none, this item is continued to the June 4th, 2025 TRC meeting. That moves us to number 2, the All-In Santa Rosa Beach, request to continue to the same June 4th, 2025 TRC at 8:30 a.m. Can we have a motion at the dais? We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed likewise? Hearing none, this item is continued to June 4th. That moves us to number 3, the Church Street subdivision. We have a request to continue to the June 18, 2025 TRC meeting. Do we have a motion at the dais?
So move.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed likewise? Hearing none, this item is continued to June 18. Moves us to number 4, the station at Santa Rosa Beach. Request to continue to the June 18 TRC meeting.
Motion to continue.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise? Hearing none. This item is continued to the June 18th TRC meeting, and we have one final request. Agenda number 9, the Sunliner Diner. We have a request from the applicant to continue this to the June 4th, 2025 TRC meeting. Could we have a motion at the dais?
So move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
I could object to this, but I'm not going to. Hearing none, this item has been continued to the June 4th TRC. And with that said, this morning is my final TRC meeting, and I'm choosing to leave all of the hard work to Stephen. So with that said, I appreciate my time here. It's been a long time, since 2013, when I started chairing this particular committee. But it's time for someone else now, and we got somebody that's well qualified to do that. So with that said, thank you very much for my time. And my time here is over.
All right, good morning. Yeah, no speeches. What item are we on here? 5, all right. Morning, Tim. Go ahead. I'm ready.
Yes, good morning. Kaya Discovery Center. This is a minor development order application submitted by Jenkins Engineering, requesting approval to develop a 3,150 square foot temporary sales office and associated infrastructure on 0.7 acres with a future land use of mixed use and a zoning of small neighborhood. Property is located in District 5 on the north side of County Road 30A. So we have a number of outstanding planning comments. We have not received any fire comments yet. There's some engineering comments, and that looks to be it, is outstanding engineering, county right-of-way, planning, and we have not received comments from engineering or environmental. So with that, I'd like to enter the staff report into the record, please.
It looks like we haven't, yes, and so entered. It looks like we haven't received fire and environmental. Is that?
Yes, correct.
All right. Make sure I understood that. Okay. Anything else?
No, I don't know if the applicant's here or not. Appear that they are.
It's unlike. All right, well, let's do this. Let's go ahead and we'll move to the next item and wait and see if they show up before the end of the meeting here.
Okay, item number 6, Lot 13, South Walton Commerce Park Phase II. This is a minor development order application submitted by Core Engineering and Consulting requesting approval to develop 10,000 square feet of office warehouse use and associated infrastructure in 2 buildings on .87 acres with the future land use and zoning of Bay Walton Sector Plan Village Center. Property is located in District 5 on the east side of Gardonia Way in the Commerce Park. So this one actually has no outstanding comments. I had 3 minor planning comments, but they have since resubmitted and resolved all of those comments. So there's no comments associated with this project. So with that, I'd like to enter the staff report into the record, please.
So entered. And did we get South Walton Fire comments or no?
Actually, no. Yeah, you're right. We have not got, there's no outstanding comments, but we haven't received fire comments to date.
Okay.
Are they?
Yeah, I think they're up.
Okay. Didn't have a chance to check.
Thanks, Tim.
Zach Brandon, Core Engineering. Tim pretty much covered everything. We had a couple clarification comments with Tim, and everyone else had no comments. We addressed those, resubmitted, and he approved. So I think we're good to go.
Any questions? No? All right, thank you. All right, looks like this is a minor. Is there anyone here? I don't believe there is, but is there any comments from the public of technical nature? Thank you. Tim, what's your recommendation?
Yes, recommend approval of the project and move it forward to the director for issuing the development order.
Okay, we have a recommendation of, I'm assuming, conditional approval. Tim, you said you still have a few comments outstanding?
No, I believe everything has been resolved.
Okay. Can I have a motion to that effect?
So move.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Morning, Bob.
Morning, Mr. Chair. How are you today?
I'm doing fine.
Look wonderful.
All right, what do you got for us?
Mr. Chair, I have item number 7, the Thompson Woods Phase II plat. This is request approved by final plat, project number POA 25-000057. This is a plat application consistent with previously approved DO MAJ23-000023 and is submitted by Nautilus Civil Engineers on behalf of Catherine Development LLC, requesting to plat 33 single-family lots and associated infrastructure on 4.26 plus or minus acres. The project site has a future land use of residential in the zoning district of neighborhood infill. The property is located in District 4 and can be found at 305 Thompson Road and is identified by the parcel numbers in your staff report. Mr. Chair, we're going to request this be continued. I still have outstanding comments from County Right-of-Way Engineering and the county surveyor, which are important because of the change in the laws. Spoke with the applicant. Would like to just push it to the next meeting. Hopefully I can get the comments. I've been trying to reach out and get them. So if I can get them for the next meeting, that would be good, so they can move to Mylar and then schedule for BCC. But the applicant has some questions for our right-of-way reviewer. If I can enter the staff report in the record and turn it over to Mr. Smith.
Yeah, so entered. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you.
Morning, Curtis Smith with All Civil Engineers. I had some specific questions. Last time we had this here, I just downloaded the right-of-way reviews, so we hadn't had a chance to really look at them closely. We did address the comments. Have you had a chance to look at them yet since we addressed them? No?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Specifically, and this goes for future plats as well, one that I want to get a clarification on. You had to add the landscape buffer on the west of Lot 1. That was actually a street tree yard, so question is just in general. Our surveyor did call it a landscape buffer on this because you commented on just in the interest of time, but that's not really a buffer yard. So my question is, how do we want to handle that in the future? If it's a street tree, 10-foot area in front of it in common area, it's not technically a buffer as the way a buffer is defined in the code. Do we want to call it a buffer on the plat? Call it a street tree yard, or just call it common area?
So this is specifically related to the street frontage plannings on
On
lot.
Thompson Road, not on the lot. It is in common area.
This is common
It's been
area.
in common area all the time, correct?
All right, then I mean, it would be my opinion that it should be labeled common area, if it's going to be maintained by the HOA.
Right, but do we need to call it a buffer or a landscape buffer?
I don't believe the street frontage plannings are a buffer.
Okay,
We can certainly
what I
discuss
thought,
this
okay.
more internally if we need to.
doesn't hurt anything having to call it a buffer,
But we need to be consistent.
That's
and,
right.
Yeah.
sure.
Typically, I'll default to the DO, so whatever the
Yeah.
development order says is what should be on the
Yeah,
plat.
it just, I don't think it actually said in the DO. There was a dotted line in there, but it wasn't a landscape buffer, so. Okay, that clarifies that. The other one was, let me find it here. Yeah, please, so you had on your comment number 6. Not that one, I'm sorry. That was in regard to the pedestrian bridge. The pedestrian bridge is dedicated on the plat as a public pedestrian easement, as well as it's addressed in the DCCRs as maintenance from the entities. The specific one I had was add a note to the plat establishing that, no, that's lot 1. Here it is. Additional collaboration between the homeowners association for Phase 2 and the HOA for Phase 1 would be required to establish a traffic circulation for the 2 developments. My question here is, these things are kind of covered in the covenants currently. What would we do in addition to this? We talked to the HOA's attorney, and they said, well, we can write a shared use agreement if you need to do that. They can't really force their hand to sign the shared use agreement, but I'm sure they would sign it. In addition to that, the covenants do actually, the Phase 1 covenants actually name the developer and owner of the future development parcel technically has voting rights of Phase 1 also that could exercise that if they need to. Question is, do we need to go to that extent of trying to get an agreement between them signed and recorded, or is the way that it is in the development order and the plat already there, because it's just called a right of way.
I can look into that further. I'll look at the CCRs and see what language is in there.
Okay,
Those are renewed or they're not, so, you know, as time goes on,
sure.
that circulation to be cut off.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. We do need to
That-
do something, but we can't force their hand is the key.
So, yeah, I'll look at phase 1 and phase 2 in the development of the entire project. and
Take
just
that
see what
back.
the language-
He can force their hand, but he would like to not do that because it is covered in the covenants of phase 1, but to be neighborly, we'd like to not do that, so.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, we'd also like to continue to try to get on this next, agenda. We've already printed the Mylar in hopes of trying to move this thing forward. Gotten all the signatures, regional clearances are done, so we're ready to move forward if you guys don't have anything additional.
All right, so we're gonna move this to the 4th, June 4th? Is that what you're asking?
In hopes to still continue to be on the June BCC, if we can do that.
I don't
Is
have a
what-
problem.
If we don't get any additional comments this week, I'm gonna probably bring that Mylar up here in the next day or two. And if we need to reprint later, we will, but
All right, yeah, sounds ideal. Okay. One comment I will make, and I don't know if Bob's talked to you about this. Make sure that Mac's name is not on the Mylar for his signature, the department head signature, because he will not be here. Yeah. All right, we've got your recommendation.
Recommendation to continue it to June 4th, and hopefully, we're working on the rec fee right now. There was a little bit of issue. Get that hopefully today. He has paid the rest of the fees, and then hopefully get the Mylar in, and then we can get, and I'll continue on the reviewers until I get the comments.
Very good. Thank you, Bob. All right, we've got a recommendation to continue until the June 4th TRC meeting. Can I have a motion, please?
So move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you.
The next item, number 8, is Watersound Beach Club North Parking Edition. Is a request to approve by development order. Actually, I'm going to read this different agenda. They did submit a redesign, so we've got some changes there in the blurb. This is a minor development order application submitted by O'Connell and Associates Consulting, LLC, on behalf of Watersound Beach Club, LLC. They are requesting to facilitate improvements to the existing Watersound Beach Club development order by adding an additional 91 parking spaces, a gated entrance with guard shack, covered shuttle stop, upgrades to the gravel storage area, and associated infrastructure on 2.47 plus or minus acres. Has a future land use of mixed use and a zoning category, zoning district of coastal center and traditional neighborhood development. Property is located in District 5 at 146 Dune Drift Lane and identified by the parcel numbers in your staff report. If you would enter the staff report into the record.
So entered.
Since this ad went out, they did submit a redesign, so they removed one parcel from the project, which resulted in the acreage change and a reduction in their parking spaces from 112, I believe, to 91. Most of these changes are reflected in the staff report. However, DRMP will have to re-review the stormwater changes. There was an overall reduction in the impervious area, so I don't assume there's any major issues there. And I haven't received anything from the health department other than that, and the new site plan is attached, so that is reflective of those changes. I don't have anything else unless you have any comments or questions for me.
Any questions? No. Thank you.
Morning.
Morning.
John Nash with O'Connell Associates Consulting Engineers. I just want to point out that the site plan that is in the staff report was submitted about a month ago, but we've been doing some revisions. Revise the plans to make it look like that site plan. As you said, we removed, originally we had some modifications to the existing gatehouse parcel. It's the existing parking lot there. We removed all those revisions to that area, and the new parking lot is solely on our client's property and doesn't touch that other parcel at all. So everything was reduced. The stormwater ponds stayed effectively the same as they were before. We just had to go through and modify the plans. We resubmitted those last week. We had already addressed everybody's comments at that time, but there has been a revision.
Okay.
That reduced everything. Got any questions for me?
Questions?
That's right.
Thank you. This is a minor development. Is there anyone in the public that would like to make a technical comment on this one? Seeing none. Rosanna?
I think at this point, I feel comfortable conditionally approving this upon approval by the director for their development order.
Thank you. We have a recommendation. Can I have a motion?
So move.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. Is that the end of the agenda? Yes, Sunliner Diner.
One item, I guess, Tim,
Is Jenkins did not,
show up.
They
Show up.
They did not.
let's see here. This
So there's a number of comments, but they're mostly labeling. I don't quite understand. There was no site data table, so I listed, show the parcel number, show the acreage, show the parking, show the FAR, show the ISR, show the height. None of that data is on the site plan. It just shows the building.
Yeah.
But they're mostly labeling, and, we don't have fire, but the comments from right-of-way are all also pretty minor. So it's up to you. If you want to continue it, that's fine, but if you want to just conditionally approve it, obviously we're not going to sign off on it until all of these comments have been resolved.
Let's go ahead and move it to the 4th.
Well, I don't come back until the 2nd, so we'll need to do it to the 18th.
I don't want to do that. You don't come back to the 2nd?
Correct.
The meeting's on the 4th?
Yes.
So you're gonna have a problem with the any resubmittals, is that what you're saying?
I could do it when I got back, but the staff report would be due the week before while I'm not here.
All right.
But, they haven't resubmitted yet. Between now and the 18th would give us time to review if they did resubmit, because that's the thing. If they resubmitted, I'm not sure how many, it's just me and Andrea, but I'm not sure how many, if we could get it reviewed in that amount of time before the staff report is due.
Well, yeah, and Sammy and looks like Brad still need to review as well, so.
There he is.
All right. That's good.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still waiting on environmental comments as well.
Okay, great. Scott, you're up. Yeah.
I just,
Sorry. I'll go ahead and get started then. Good morning, Scott Jenkins with Jenkins Engineering here representing the applicant. We have gotten all the comments for this project. Don't really have any questions about any of them. I think we're going to respond to those within the next week or so. Just like to move forward if we can. Sorry I'm late, got stuck in traffic in Fort Walton, so sorry about that.
That's all right. It looks like we're missing fire and environmental.
I actually have those.
Oh, they have been submitted in the
Yes,
portal?
sir.
Any concerns there?
I think we got approval from fire, if I remember right, and then no questions about any of them.
Nothing insurmountable? No redesign considerations?
No, nothing serious.
All right.
No.
All right. And it looks like there's quite a few comments from planning and engineering. No issues there. You've got all that addressed.
Nothing very concerning. Just labeling some things and providing information.
Okay.
Yep. So, thank
All
you.
right. Thank
Again,
you.
sorry I'm late.
All right. Since we are approaching this in terms of the agenda, this is a minor development. Do we have anyone in the public that has any technical comments or concerns about this? Seeing none. Tim, why don't you go ahead and give us your recommendation? Again.
Yeah, I mean, I think the comments are fairly minor, so I would recommend moving it forward. Well, I guess in this case, provisionally approving it and moving it forward to the director to issue the development order.
Okay, thank you. We have a recommendation. Can I have a motion?
So move.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. Thank you. That's right. We're about to bump you a month.
Right.
All right, anything else? All right, this meeting is adjourned.